It is an undeniable truth that we live in a world filled with a multitude of personalities, some of which unfortunately can be quite destructive. These individuals, though perhaps not inherently evil, are capable of shaping the lives of others in profoundly negative ways. Recognize that their influence, while real, need not be all-consuming. You hold the power to set boundaries and protect your peace. It is a foolish thing to engage in every battle that presents itself. Toxic people often provoke conflict merely for the sake of it. You must discern what is truly worth your energy. Sometimes the greatest victory is not in responding at all, but in walking away with grace. Toxic people seek to exploit your weaknesses, to dig into your insecurities. Protect your heart and mind from their words and actions. Do not allow them to define your worth. Let no insult, no manipulation take root in your spirit. A boundary is not an act of cruelty, but an act of self-preservation. It is the recognition that you have the right to safeguard your own well-being. Do not hesitate to place limits on your interactions with those who seek to drain you, for it is through your strength in boundaries that you can maintain peace in your life. Empathy is the understanding that others, even toxic ones, may have their own struggles. It is the ability to see beyond the surface and recognize their pain. However, empathy does not mean you must tolerate their destructive behavior. Understanding their plight does not necessitate enduring their harm. Toxic individuals thrive on drama and chaos. Do not feed the fire by becoming entangled in it. Maintain a sense of detachment. Live your life with clarity and purpose, unaffected by their turbulent emotions. There are moments when the wisest course of action is to leave. Do not feel obligated to remain in a relationship or situation that continually harms you. Walking away is not a failure, it is an act of strength, a recognition of your own worth. Toxic individuals often seek to provoke a reaction. Do not grant them the satisfaction of seeing you lose control. When faced with their aggression, maintain composure. A calm demeanor is more powerful than the most eloquent argument. Surround yourself with those who uplift and encourage you. When you are in the presence of those who bring out the best in you, the toxic people in your life will have less power over you. Lean on your support network, for they are your refuge in times of difficulty. Remember, the toxicity of others is a reflection of their inner turmoil, not a commentary on your value. It is not about you, it is about them. Their behavior speaks volumes about their struggles, but it says nothing about your worth. Toxic people can often make us feel small or insignificant, but that should not deter us. Focus on your own growth, your own self-improvement. You are not defined by the opinions or actions of others. In your pursuit of personal excellence, you rise above the negativity around you. It is crucial to remember that we are all human, capable of toxic behaviors ourselves. Take a moment to reflect on your own actions and words. Are there areas in your life where you too could be causing harm? Strive for self-awareness and growth, and in doing so, break the cycle of negativity. Forgiveness is not about absolving someone of their wrongs. It is about freeing yourself from the shackles of bitterness and resentment. When you forgive, you release the grip that toxic people have on your soul. It is a step toward healing and reclaiming your peace. In conclusion, dealing with toxic people is not about changing them, for you cannot control their actions. It is about controlling your response. By practicing these principles, you shield yourself from their negative influence and preserve your peace of mind. In this way, you can live a life unburdened by the destructive forces around you, focused instead on your own growth and happiness. Toxic people can have a significant impact on your emotional well-being, but it's important to recognize that their behavior reflects their issues, not your value. While their actions can affect you, don't internalize their negativity. Acknowledge their impact, but don't let it define who you are. You cannot control how toxic people behave, but you always have control over how you respond to them. Their actions are their responsibility, but your reactions are yours. Choosing how you respond, whether with calmness, assertiveness, or detachment, gives you power over the situation. Setting boundaries is crucial to protect your emotional health. Toxic people often push limits or try to manipulate others, so having clear, firm boundaries helps you avoid being drained. Boundaries are not just about saying no, but about maintaining respect for your own needs and emotional space. Not every confrontation is worth having. Toxic people may provoke you to get a reaction, but engaging in every conflict drains your energy. Evaluate each situation and decide if it's worth your time and emotional investment. Sometimes, stepping back is the wisest move. When faced with toxic behavior, responding with silence can be a powerful way to assert your boundaries. By refusing to engage in the drama or arguing with toxic individuals, you send a clear message that you won't be manipulated or drawn into unnecessary conflict. Toxic people thrive on drama and emotional chaos. Detaching from their problems allows you to maintain your peace of mind. By not getting involved in their emotional turmoil or engaging in their drama, you can protect your emotional energy and focus on what truly matters. While it's important to empathize with others and understand their struggles, this doesn't mean you have to tolerate harmful behavior. Empathy allows you to understand why a toxic person behaves the way they do, but it does not mean you should accept being mistreated. You can be compassionate without compromising your own well-being. Sometimes the best way to deal with toxic individuals is simply to walk away. If their presence causes you harm or stress, leaving the situation can preserve your mental health. Walking away is not a sign of weakness, but an act of strength, as it takes courage to distance yourself from negativity. Toxic people often try to diminish your sense of self-worth. Remember that their opinions do not define who you are. Your value is intrinsic and cannot be dictated by others' criticisms or judgments. Hold on to your self-respect and confidence, regardless of what toxic individuals may say or do. Personal growth begins with self-awareness. By being aware of your own emotions, triggers, and reactions, you can better handle interactions with toxic people. Self-awareness allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, helping you navigate difficult situations and grow stronger emotionally. Forgiveness is a process that helps you heal and let go of negative emotions, not necessarily for the person who wronged you. By forgiving, you release the grip that resentment and anger have on your life. It's a gift you give yourself to find peace and move forward, regardless of the other person's actions. Protect your emotional space from unnecessary negativity. Not all opinions, criticisms, or emotions deserve your attention. Be mindful of what you allow into your heart and mind, as constant exposure to negativity can damage your peace. Surround yourself with positivity and protect your emotional well-being. In the face of toxic behavior, silence can be your most powerful weapon. By choosing not to respond to insults, manipulation, or aggression, you deny the toxic person the reaction they seek. Silence also preserves your energy and prevents escalation, signaling that you won't engage in unhealthy dynamics. Positive relationships are key to maintaining emotional health. Seek out people who uplift and support you, whose energy enhances your own. When you are surrounded by positivity, you become more resilient to the negativity of toxic people, and your environment helps reinforce your peace and growth. Toxic people often project their inner turmoil onto others. Their behavior is about their own struggles, not your worth. It's important not to take their words or actions personally. Their toxicity is a reflection of them, not a commentary on you. This mindset protects you from being hurt or shaken by their negativity. You have the power to remove yourself from toxic situations, whether it's a relationship, work environment, or social circle. You are not obligated to tolerate negative energy or mistreatment. Choosing to leave or distance yourself from toxic environments is an act of self-respect and an important step in protecting your well-being. Resentment and bitterness can poison your own peace and hold you back from personal growth. Healing involves letting go of these negative emotions, which often stem from holding on to past hurts. Release the grip that these feelings have on you and make room for growth, peace, and happiness. Toxic people often try to manipulate others emotionally to get what they want. This can include guilt tripping, gaslighting, or playing on your insecurities. Be mindful of such tactics and learn to recognize them early. By staying grounded in your emotions and not allowing manipulation, you maintain control over your own feelings. Toxic people can leave you feeling drained and depleted. It's important to recognize when a person or situation is taking more from you than you're able to give. By being aware of this, you can set limits and protect your energy, ensuring you don't become overwhelmed or exhausted by unhealthy relationships. Toxic people can be distractions, pulling you away from your goals and ambitions. Stay focused on your own path and keep your eyes on the bigger picture. Do not let toxic behavior, criticisms, or negativity veer you off course. Your goals and dreams are yours to pursue, regardless of the distractions around you. In confrontational situations with toxic people, staying calm and composed can be much more powerful than reacting with anger or frustration. Calmness disarms aggression and prevents escalation. It also helps you retain control over the situation and shows that you are not easily provoked, signaling strength and self-discipline. The people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your mental and emotional state. Not everyone you encounter deserves a place in your life. Choose relationships that nurture, inspire, and support you. Be selective with your circle and avoid those who consistently bring negativity, gossip, or drama into your life. Toxic behaviors are often symptoms of deeper personal issues, insecurities, or unresolved emotional pain. Recognizing this can help you maintain compassion for others, even when their actions affect you negatively. However, understanding their struggles doesn't mean you have to tolerate their toxic behavior. Personal growth comes not from avoiding challenges, but from how you handle adversity. When faced with toxic people or difficult situations, responding with grace, remaining calm, collected, and grounded allows you to learn, adapt, and grow emotionally. It helps you stay focused on your own development and not on the toxicity around you. No one else can make you happy. Happiness is an inside job. While toxic people may try to steal your joy, it is ultimately your responsibility to maintain your happiness. By prioritizing your own well-being, setting boundaries, and letting go of negativity, you create space for personal happiness and fulfillment. People who behave toxically are often dealing with unresolved issues, trauma, or emotional pain. Their behavior is a defense mechanism or a way to project their inner turmoil onto others. While this doesn't excuse their actions, understanding that their toxicity stems from their pain can help you approach the situation with empathy. No one else is responsible for your feelings or actions but you. Taking ownership means recognizing that you have the power to choose how to react to others. It also means holding yourself accountable for how you behave in response to toxic situations, ensuring that your actions align with your values and goals. You cannot control or change the behavior of toxic people, but you can control how you respond. This is where your power lies. By changing your reaction, your mindset, and your approach to the situation, you take back control. Don't waste energy trying to change others instead. Focus on empowering yourself to handle their behavior more effectively. Emotional boundaries are vital to maintaining peace and avoiding being overwhelmed by toxic individuals. This involves recognizing when someone's emotions or behavior are starting to affect you negatively and taking steps to protect yourself. It might mean saying no, distancing yourself, or removing yourself from harmful interactions before your peace is compromised. Putting yourself first is not selfish, it's necessary for maintaining your well-being. Many toxic people try to make you feel guilty for prioritizing your needs over theirs. However, recognizing that you have the right to protect your mental and emotional health without guilt is an important step in self-care. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself enables you to help others more effectively. As you grow emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, toxic people will have less power over you. Personal growth helps you build resilience, making you less susceptible to their negative behaviors. The stronger and more grounded you become, the less you'll be shaken by external negativity. Many toxic people will attempt to manipulate or guilt you into compromising your mental health in order to please them. It's crucial to recognize that your well-being must come first. Protecting your mental health is not selfish, it's necessary for living a balanced, healthy life. Don't sacrifice your peace to appease others. As you evolve, it's natural that some relationships may no longer align with who you are or where you're headed. If a relationship is consistently negative or draining, it's okay to outgrow it. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve you is a form of self-respect and part of your journey toward healthier connections. Toxic people often attempt to control or manipulate others. Your power lies in choosing not to be controlled by them. When you stand firm in your boundaries, choices, and sense of self, you take back control. This empowers you to live according to your values and decisions without being unduly influenced by others. Stepping back from a toxic person or situation can provide the perspective you need to assess things more clearly. Distance allows you to detach emotionally, giving you the space to think rationally about the situation. Sometimes, physical or emotional distance is essential for gaining clarity and protecting your peace. Toxic individuals may try to undermine your confidence or self-esteem. It's important not to let their words or actions define your value. Your worth is intrinsic and cannot be diminished by others. Stand firm in your self-respect and do not allow anyone to dictate how you feel about yourself. Toxic people may provoke you to seek revenge or retaliate, but this only perpetuates negativity. Instead of focusing on retaliation, focus on your own growth. Letting go of the need for revenge frees you from the toxic cycle and allows you to continue your path toward personal development and peace. Change starts within you. You cannot wait for toxic people to change before you improve your own situation. By shifting your mindset, adopting a positive, resilient, and self-aware perspective, you can start to create the change you seek in your life. The right mindset allows you to handle toxic situations with grace and to grow beyond them. It's possible to have compassion for a toxic person's struggles without accepting their harmful behavior. Compassion means understanding the underlying pain or struggles they might be facing, but it doesn't mean tolerating mistreatment. It's important to separate empathy from enabling negative behaviors. Often, toxic people can make you feel guilty for prioritizing your own needs. However, being kind and compassionate to yourself is essential for your mental and emotional well-being. Self-care and self-compassion are not selfish, they are necessary for maintaining the energy, resilience, and emotional balance you need to navigate life. Toxic people often thrive on making you feel like you need everyone's approval or likability. However, it's essential to recognize that not everyone will appreciate or accept you, and that's okay. Your worth is not determined by how others feel about you. Embrace the fact that some people may not like you, and that doesn't diminish your value. While you can't control the behavior of toxic people, you always have control over how you respond to them. By staying in control of your reactions, you protect your emotional well-being. Responding thoughtfully and calmly allows you to stay grounded and avoid being swept up in the negativity that others may try to impose on you. Many toxic individuals are unaware of how their actions and words affect others. Their toxic behavior often comes from a place of ignorance or personal issues they haven't addressed. Recognizing this can help you not take their actions personally, as their behavior may stem from their own lack of self-awareness, rather than from any intentional harm toward you. Toxic people may try to pressure you into compromising your values, either to avoid conflict or gain their approval. It's crucial to never sacrifice your principles or beliefs just to keep the peace or avoid disagreement. Staying true to yourself and your values is the foundation of inner peace and self-respect, and it ensures that you are authentic in all your interactions. The first step in dealing with toxic people is to recognize their behavior. Understanding that someone's actions are toxic, whether they involve manipulation, emotional abuse, or constant negativity, allows you to take the necessary steps to protect yourself. Awareness of toxic behaviors enables you to set boundaries, distance yourself, and respond appropriately. Toxic people often try to make you feel responsible for their emotions or happiness. However, their feelings are not your burden to bear. You can be compassionate and supportive, but you are not accountable for their happiness. Taking on that responsibility only drains your energy and compromises your own emotional well-being. Focus on your own happiness and well-being instead. Setting boundaries with toxic people is important, but consistency is key. When you consistently uphold your boundaries, you reinforce your self-worth and teach others how to treat you. If you let toxic behavior slide, you send the message that you are willing to tolerate mistreatment. Be firm and consistent in enforcing your boundaries to protect your peace. Your peace of mind is invaluable. Toxic people may try to disturb your peace with their drama, criticism, or manipulation. It's important to fiercely protect your peace by distancing yourself from negativity, setting boundaries, and prioritizing your emotional well-being. Remember, peace is something that cannot be regained easily once lost, so guard it with care. Many toxic people try to control your emotions by offering validation that is conditional or manipulative. True healing begins when you stop seeking validation from these toxic sources and learn to validate yourself. Trust your own worth and find confidence within, rather than relying on external approval from those who do not have your best interests at heart. Toxic people often provoke you to engage in conflict or arguments that are unnecessary. It's important to recognize that not every situation or confrontation is worth your energy. Choose your battles wisely. Sometimes the best way to handle a toxic person is by not engaging at all. Walking away from a fight that serves no purpose protects your peace and helps you conserve your energy for more important things. Self-reflection is an essential tool in dealing with toxic people. By taking time to understand your emotional triggers, you can become more aware of how certain behaviors affect you. This self-awareness allows you to respond more thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively to toxic actions, helping you stay in control of your emotional responses. Toxic people may try to challenge your beliefs or distort your reality. It's important to stay grounded in your truth and not let external negativity sway you from your path. When you are rooted in your values and beliefs, you can navigate even the most challenging situations without losing sight of who you are. Not every toxic situation requires an elaborate response or confrontation. Sometimes the most effective way to handle toxicity is simply to walk away quietly. This allows you to disengage from harmful behavior without escalating the situation. Walking away shows that you won't entertain toxicity and that you value your peace more than conflict. One of the hardest truths is that some toxic people will never change. They may continue their harmful behavior no matter how much you try to help or influence them. Accepting this reality frees you from the unrealistic expectation that you can fix them. Instead, focus on how you manage your own responses and well-being, knowing that change must come from within the person. Toxic people can be significant distractions if you allow them to be. They may try to sidetrack you from your goals, focusing your attention on drama, criticism, or negativity. Stay focused on your mission and purpose. Keep your eyes on what truly matters to you and don't let the distractions of toxic people derail your progress. Confronting a toxic person does not always lead to resolution or change. In some cases, toxic people may become defensive, manipulative, or dismissive, leaving you in a cycle of unproductive conflict. Sometimes the best course of action is to set boundaries and distance yourself, rather than trying to resolve every issue through confrontation. Being around toxic people can drain your energy and leave you feeling depleted. Protect your energy by limiting your exposure to these individuals, whether it's in social, work, or family settings. You have the right to choose who you spend time with, and distancing yourself from toxic influences helps you preserve your vitality and emotional health. Toxic people often use manipulation or guilt-tripping tactics to get what they want. It's important not to fall for these tactics. Recognize when you're being manipulated and maintain your boundaries. You are not obligated to feel guilty for taking care of yourself or making decisions that are in your best interest. Toxic people may project their negativity onto you, trying to make you feel small, unworthy, or incompetent. It's important not to internalize their criticism or negativity. Stay true to yourself, your values, and your abilities. Remind yourself that their negativity is a reflection of them, not you. Building emotional resilience is crucial in handling toxic people. Take care of your mental and physical health through self-care practices like exercise, meditation, hobbies, or spending time with loved ones. Having a strong support network of people who encourage and uplift you also helps build your resilience and provides a buffer against toxic influences. Your intuition often provides the best guidance when interacting with toxic individuals. If something feels off, or if a person's behavior seems manipulative or harmful, trust that gut feeling. Your instincts are a powerful tool in protecting yourself and avoiding situations that could lead to emotional or mental harm. Toxic people may try to pressure you into saying yes when you should say no, whether it's to requests, demands, or expectations. Learning to say no without guilt is essential in protecting your time, energy, and boundaries. Saying no is a form of self-care and self-respect, and you should never feel guilty for protecting your well-being. When you set boundaries with toxic people, it's important to stick to them. If they continue to disrespect your boundaries, don't waste your energy trying to make them understand or change. Instead, distance yourself or disengage. Protecting your peace is more important than trying to explain yourself to people who refuse to respect your limits. Toxic individuals often act out of their own insecurities, projecting their fears, doubts, and emotional pain onto others. Understanding this can help you detach emotionally from their behavior. Their negativity is a reflection of their inner struggles, not a reflection of your worth or abilities. Holding on to past hurt and grievances with toxic people can keep you stuck in a cycle of negativity. Instead of dwelling on the past, focus on the present moment. By choosing to focus on your current well-being, goals, and growth, you free yourself from the weight of past pain and prevent it from dictating your future. Every time you set a boundary, choose to walk away from a toxic interaction or practice self-care. Celebrate it as a victory. These small moments of strength build up over time and contribute to your overall resilience. By acknowledging and celebrating these victories, you reinforce your commitment to your well-being and growth. If dealing with toxic people is overwhelming or causing significant emotional strain, seeking professional support, such as therapy or counseling, can be incredibly beneficial. A therapist can help you process your feelings, develop coping strategies, and provide the guidance you need to navigate toxic relationships with confidence. Trying to control how toxic people behave is a futile effort. Instead, focus on how you respond to them. You can't change their actions, but you can control your reactions, boundaries, and mindset. Empower yourself by choosing how you handle toxic situations and refuse to let others dictate your emotional state. If a relationship, whether personal, familial, or professional, becomes consistently unhealthy, emotionally draining, or toxic, it's crucial to recognize it and take steps to walk away. Leaving a toxic relationship is an act of self-preservation and a necessary step toward healthier connections and personal peace. Toxic people often thrive on creating drama and chaos. You can empower yourself by choosing peace over engaging in their drama. Avoid getting sucked into conflicts or negativity that serve no productive purpose. By prioritizing peace and detaching from drama, you retain control over your emotional state and protect your mental health.